Welcome everybody to this week's episode of In the Library of Graphic Literature with your host Wallace Ryan.
Hey! Boo, 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 boo.
And I'm Luna.
Yes.
Hello.
And this is our special Little Nemo edition.
Yes.
And you have really Little Nemo'd it up, totally, haven't you? This is I think it's possibly the best costume yet.
Yes.
Right?
Hat is all hand done.
Yes, the hat, handmade, handcrafted. I like it all.
I forget what it was called.
Oh, the ruffles and your ruffles, and it's perfect, right?
So first up we have Little Nemo in Slumberland by Winsor McCay.
Do-do-do-do.
Dun, 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 dun.
The father of animation, as they call him.
I love how huge these books are.
They are great. They're close to, I think, the actual size that the comics were printed, or pretty close to. But they got. I just like something about big comics. In the old days, they had something called treasure editions, which were comics that were done in a bigger size, done in obviously softcover, not hardcover like this.
So Winsor McCay, he's the godfather of animation, eh?
Yeah, he.
Creator of Gertie the Dinosaur.
Exactly. One of the first cartoon with a character. I guess people have done all kinds of animated, but the first real cartoon, right? Mm-hmm. Gertie, a woman. There was a trailblazer right there, right at the start. But he was fairly well known. Now I know he worked with, I think it was Edison or whatever, but he also did a lot of comics, and of course he actually even did a Little Nemo short, and.
I'm gonna have to show the people.
Oh yes,
I can't even deal.
This is they're huge comics. Actually, I'll jump ahead to the. Where was it to the? This is one I like, because this one has sort of something from when I first collected it. This is a sequence where they're
going to the ice palace.
Yeah, to see Jack Frost, and no, this is probably filling. Oh yeah, this is just looking at the screen there. It's filling the whole thing. But yeah, the art. As a matter of fact, we read a bit of this before we came on set here, just to get all Nemo'd up and.
We'll watch the movie.
And watch the movie.
We want to see what similarities were there.
Yeah, and and it was funny because there was what's his name, Moebius, the French comic book artist. He wrote the story for the movie, but there were some of the scenes when he was dressed. When you see the clowns cavorting in the crowds and all that. The
clowns look straight out of the comic.
Yeah, and they look so like Moebius from his own comics too. It's just like.
Which ones?
There was something where you'd see him dancing in the background. And but once again, it's the chicken and the egg thing. Was Moebius influenced by McKay's clowns, or did it come from what he's seen as clowns in Europe, and maybe McKay seen European clowns in America? Who knows, right? But they do look similar. That's why I thought it was so cool that they that he'd done that. Now this is the second. These are both from Sunday Press, which was a great little company, but they just produced these beautiful oversized books. Oh. And I think I got most of them. I'm missing one now. Look, they are expensive. It's the other thing, right?
And the detail is incredible.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of Art Nouveau and Art Deco.
Oh, and it's. I mean, some of the scenes, like the architecture. Shall I hold it up for the folks? Some of the architecture that you see, right? In the background, buildings like the palace, or this. Yes, here's a sequence of these. They're being chased. Oh yeah, this is actually one of my favorite sequences. You get these Johns are chasing them. Just watch, and they chase them through the farmland, through the suburbs, and into the city. This is where this famous city sequence that I always love is. See there, and you see them climbing the buildings there, and this looks like New York, and especially once I moved to New York and seeing the way the buildings were down there, it was just like, my God, this is pure New York City, right? And so the architecture was always great. I love like I say, them climbing the buildings and stuff like that, like this sequence. Absolutely amazing artwork.
I love how Morpheus is like the king in the dreams of this because it reminds me so much of the Sandman. So it makes me wonder, like, did Neil Gaiman get inspired by it? Or like just the idea of Sandman in general?
Just the idea in general. Because even in my grandfather's book, he mentions, instead of saying like the sand, I headed off to bed and the Sandman took care of me, being really fancy. He'd just say I went to meet with Lord Morpheus, he even calls him. So I mean, it was a common phrasing back around, and this is around the same time. So he would have said this probably about 10 years after this was said, right?
Okay, so it's just a common phrase.
Yeah, the Sandman's coming to wake you up. Oh, and I mean just the background drawings were always so cool, the architecture and all that, right? And they just take strange turns too. Remember, we were looking at one and he's talking. The next thing, he seems to have a cat in his hand. But then when you look back, it's just like, oh, that cat was actually a flower that someone gave him 5 panels back.
And the tree turns into a rhinoceros.
Oh yeah, it's and I love that the morphing. Oh, like over here, the morphing of backgrounds and the changing like that, very very dream-like like that, right?
Sometimes you won't even notice it like right away.
Oh yeah, and that's what I like about these. These are real comics that you can really look over and examine closely, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, and there's you'll have to excuse the slightly dated African American portrayal there. Regrettable, but
Das is history.
Das is history. Yeah, it's a lesson to learn, right? This is how backwards people taught, right? Oh, now let's see.
Oh, that's
this is
cute.
whoa, yeah.
It's almost like Renaissance, like a little fairy there.
Yeah, well, he does have a beautiful line. Like his figures are really, very well done. So he could obviously.
It's one of the more impressive art styles.
Yeah, and as a young artist, when me and Jerry were looking at this, we were just like, oh my God, they could actually draw back in the 1900s. Think, you know what where kids are like, right? Well, and the bed scene there, and it's just the scenes too. Like I say, there's something about the dreaminess of the whole thing. It just because things start changing mid-story or whatever, which was the beauty of it when you think of it, because you could just say, oh, I'm sort of sick of this story. I think I'm going to change, go on to something else for the next one, right?
Let's change the story then. Oh,
okay, there.
Berries.
Oh, look, here's the walking bed one. This is also a famous.
Iconic.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think
That's what it's known for.
Yeah. Well, and the train there, right?
Have any of you ever played the game that's on NES? I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. No, I have never played the game. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know there was one until you told me, right?
I played it on an emulator, and it's really fun.
Yeah. Well, people should check it out. Like I say, if only for. Oh, here's another New Year's one, right?
It's more based off of the movie, though. Just a heads up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We'll give people just a close look. It's very different art, of course. I guess these are early. Well, they really are early comics, right?
The game is based off the movie.
Yeah, I think so, because it would make sense around the same time, right? So check this out, people. Look up Little Nemo. You can get books, smaller collections, that don't have everything like the complete Little Nemo, but they.
Well, it's just gotta get the biggest and the best.
Well, I just wanted to get the complete, because when I was growing up, I did have one collection, but I didn't have them all, which was kind of disappointing.
So this is a modern collection.
Yeah, this is Little Nemo, Dream Another Dream, and basically it's Little Nemo seen through the eyes of modern artists, like the likes of, actually we have even back here.
Which is kind of not too good, I guess, or.
Well, it's kind of interesting to see different people sing. There's Michael Allred, Peter Bagg. I'm just going to zip through, see if there's the big ones. Xander Cannon, Mark Buckingham, John Cassidy. These are all fairly big names, actually. Mark Hempel, Dean Haspel.
There's like one nice scene that I really like, which was like the puppet style.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the.
So I feel like a lot of the other styles it's done it doesn't really work for the story.
Yeah.
But the puppet one was just like yes.
So let's get right into it here. Oops.
Gotta show the puppet one so they know what I'm talking about.
I think it's towards the front anyway.
This one reminds me of like a Curious George style.
Yeah, there's something. This has to be actually my favorite collection of McKay. Although no, there was a series that was done. Shoot, I meant to pick that up. It's over there on the shelf from IDW. Actually, once I finish this, I'll run over and grab it there. But yeah, this one has nothing but modern artists.
And a better variety of lettering, because I find the old stuff is really hard to read.
Oh, the lettering is really cramped, right? Let's see. I know it's in here somewhere. Probably done past that one. No, I think this is before the...
Just the style of the times, too. The way it's written. It makes it hard to understand.
Yeah.
Flow to the next panel.
These, I like these because these are really neat modern takes on the classic Little Nemo. And you really get to see it's like, say, the way someone draws Mickey Mouse, right? It's kind of cool to see the way your favorite artist does that, right? Some of the stories are a couple of pages long.
I was shocked to see how Bugs Bunny was first drawn.
Oh yeah, and then how it changes over time, right?
Mm.
Now this one.
This one's really cool though.
Yeah, I like this one.
That's like really close to the original art style.
Yeah, I think that's J.J. Jones. I think I can't remember. But this is my favorite non-McKay collection of stuff, right? Oh, let's see here. I mean, and just so many different styles too. Some of those, like I say, I'm not so crazy about the more cartoony ones. I like the more classical ones that look more like, oh, here's that paper one that you liked, which still to me holds to it, right?
It's not the puppet one though, but it just
no,
like,
the puppet one I
doesn't
think.
work for the style.
Was it the puppet one was after that one? I think.
It was the one in the beginning, I thought.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think. Yeah.
There was only like one page of it.
Yeah. Yeah, with that one there was only one page, right? No. Let's just flip them by. Yeah. But yeah, this one is just, and it's great too because you get to see how it's influenced, say, some more modern artists and not like some of today's best artists, right? And what it would have looked like if these people had done it, right?
That's the right style. That's probably like straight out of the original, isn't it?
It looks, he's definitely channeling it, right? Like this is one of my favorite ones too. This one, whoever did this one there, although it looks, it's hard to say. It looks familiar. Anyway. Oh, there. Paulston. Oh yeah. Provoch. Paul Revoch. Let's see now. But yeah,
You're giving it all away well.
very much in the theme. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Very much in the theme of the Slumberland comics. Absolutely love this. Now, speaking of Slumberland comics, this
one's a backbreaker.
Yes, and this is the king of them all. This is the complete Little Nemo. It was put out a few years ago from Taschen, and it weighs a ton. I'm still only in the first few weeks of it. I've decided I am going to try to read the entire thing, and this is good because the pages are a nice size, the color is nice and vivid, and it's complete. It's going to be fun reading the entire thing all the way through. And with this, of course, you get to see him improve too. His first ones kind of look like it, but then once he settles into his style there, it really comes on through, right? And
just take it.
Okay, I'll take it. Oh, it does weigh a ton. Now this also has the not only the Little Nemo, but of course, like we were talking about the other night, was Little Nemo went over to the rival syndicate for a while. But when he was over at that syndicate, he continued Little Nemo. He just couldn't call it Little Nemo in Slumberland, so he called it In the Land of Wonderful Dreams. And so he did that for many years till he returned to his original home, returned to Little Nemo. And it's, but once again, yeah, like I say, this is a neat one because you really do get to see right from the start, right to the very end, how he improved. And
it's over 100 years ago.
Yeah, when you think about it, it is pretty wild, isn't it? Right?
Well, this one's like 1926.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Right. So it's just like this is, and it's funny because as a kid, you got that attitude of, everything that modern is cool, and we thought that today's comic book art was far better than any of this garbage from years ago. Blah 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 blah. When in fact we were, of course, wrong. Because
blood, sweat, and tears went into this.
Oh yeah, and once we discovered it, I mean, we even did some parodies ourselves of Little Nemo, right? Oh, and even my friend Jerry, I mean, he was inspired by some of the Nemo panels and just the majestic scenes. We even actually co-created our own comic series called The Wall-Yak Riders of Tibet. And it was a tribute to Little Nemo Slumberland. It was a dream comic and all that, but it was weird. I think we did maybe one together, and then we did a couple by ourselves on our own. So I did my own version of it. He did his own version of it. All right. So that was kind of cool. And I think this is. Oh yeah, there you go. This is the last Little Nemo.
The last one.
Yeah.
That ever was released.
Yep. So it was. I mean, it had almost a 20-year run, was it?
1927.
No, yeah, that's it.
January 9th.
Yeah. So, and I mean, it was, to me, I mean, I'm assuming it was popular. I mean, he did the little shorts, he done Gertie, and I mean, Little Nemo, I mean, when people were reading it, even at the time, they were amazed just at because compared to a lot of comic strips, this was pretty detailed, right? And just highly imaginative, right?
So what do you have here?
Now this is a couple of other Winsor McKay things, non-Nemo stuff. This is, I mean, look at it. You can see, look at the dog-eared, the condition it's in. This is the book I bought, I don't know, myself back. I was a kid when I bought this book, like a teenager. Like, what does it say here? For 1973.
Wow.
But I bought this sometime, probably around 77 or 70. No, actually, I think I bought it in New York. I should come to think of it in the 80s. And this is a strip called Dreams of the Rarebit Fiend, which sort of like Little Nemo, except for adults.
Okay.
And some of the early ones he has even signed with his early name, Silas, which was his pen name for a while. And but these were all black and white, but they were similar in a lot of ways to Nemo. Here you have an old woman sitting there talking to herself, and her purse turns into an alligator, and attacks her. Right? The road comes up and just throws him here. The ticket taker, but he's like, oh geez, I forgot to pay, and the ticket taker, he's getting paranoid, and the ticket taker gets bigger and bigger until, where's your ticket? Right?
Iconic.
So this was a cool strip. I mean, I love these too. I mean, it had the same line and all that.
I love that.
Just in black and oh yeah, but just in black and white, right? So it was a neat. Him wrestling with the line there, right? Mm-hmm. So it was. I loved it, and. It's too bad I have yet to see a nice hardcover collection of these that I can afford at least. So, but yeah. Now, of course, the lettering is, of course, squirrely like that. Hmm. Now, I can't remember, I guess did they come out down after, yeah, he did do movie Adventure Rarebit Eater. And, but yeah, it was. I mean, like I say, we were big fans. Just because of the Little Nemo alone, let alone this. Now, this was another book. I got this off of the late Joe Matt. This was a collection of other Dream comics, but including Dreams of the Rarebit Fiend. Right?
Oh, is this the one that's really dirty?
Oh no. Well, the reproduction in this isn't as good as in the other book there. But still, I mean, it's
that's cool.
It's they're once again they're Dream comics, But I mean, there's some Rarebit ones, but then there are other ones thrown in there too.
That's precious. Looks like a sugar plum fairy dance.
Oh yeah.
In his head.
Yeah. I mean, just it was the way some of them go on. It's like I was sure that he was taking them from his own dreams, because sometimes they just take such a wild turn, right? There they are there. But and even the drawing is good for its time. Like a lot of people have this idea that the drawing is bad or whatever, but I mean, I think a lot of that comes from the golden age of comics, when they were like hiring just about anyone sometimes to. But there's more Rarebit things to do some drawing, and they had a lot of amateur people and alcoholics, you know. Poor Jake. Midsummer Day's Dream. So yeah, so dreams are obviously were pretty important to Mr. McKay. Now this one too is so it's a nice collection of just different ones, which was great because I had never seen any of these. The best part of it was I bought it. I bought this book from the late great Joe Matt, and he included that little drawing, which I thought was so nice. You know, I said to him, "Oh, you can sign it if you want. You know, I wouldn't mind having it. You sign it like from the collection of Joe Matt." He said, "I'll do your little drawing in it." She was like, "Hey."
The last one?
Last but not least is another one of my favorite. Show it to him. Little Sammy Sneeze. Now,
looks like Nemo.
Yeah. Well, he has something in that. He has the repetition thing. Little Sammy Sneeze is always about him sneezing and blowing everything apart, right? Now this is by the same people who do that other big book, the Sunday Press, but this one they did a sort of in this. Now this is in color. It's basically Sammy comes in, and you see him like right there, right? And finally, chew. He basically destroys wherever he is, right? So there, he's in a grocery store. Everything comes apart. This one has other ones thrown in with it. Yeah, okay. Which I'm not a big fan of that, but this one here, another thing, he sneezing, knocking over all the gears that he's working on. This clockmaker is working on there.
What's this one?
I don't know. It was another artist. It was like they had this. Also featuring Gustav Verbeek's The Upside Downs of Little Lady Lovekins and Old Man, which I'm not a big fan of. Really, it's I bought it just for the McKay, right? So we'll just look at this side. Same thing again. Here he is. He just here he just blows the whole stable apart. And I mean, it was a great running joke. He got quite a bit of use out of it. But they're just really beautifully drawn. They're highly imaginative. It's like, how many jokes or comics can you get out of a kid sneezing? And I'm not sure how many he did, but he got a lot of them out.
So was there like an anime
of Little Sammy Sneeze?
No, of Little Nemo.
Oh yeah, the Little Nemo. Well, the one we watched, that was an anime. It actually was made. So I think it was made in Japan, but they got Moebius to write the story for it, right? Which was very different, right?
There's no other shows that came out?
Not that I can think of in terms of like Little Nemo adaptations, which is strange because you'd figure someone would do a comic or a movie of that, or of Little Sammy Sneeze.
I can see how it is going to get old fast.
Yeah. Or even if you did shorts of it, right? And it was the same joke over and over again. So you could do like a 15-second Little Sammy Sneeze, and he just sneezes and blows whatever apart. He's usually then getting kicked, like there. Getting kicked out of wherever he was. Look, they sure had a different way of dealing with the kids back then, didn't they? Look.
Little play carry.
So yeah, good old Sammy Sneeze. Now this one I think also has another one. that he did besides Sammy Sneeze. Where is it? Towards the back, there's a few others. Oh yeah, the story of Hungry Henrietta. Okay, here we go. And this is another one of his unfortunate stereotypical drawings, or the stereotype drawings of African Americans. But once again, in his style, this one's different. It's black and white, I guess. And I don't know. I guess Henrietta would eat everything. But it's funny because they all have a compulsive feel to them, right? The characters all seem to be driven, or there's even Little Nemo when they're running from adventure to adventure. It's just like you don't get time to catch your breath, except for when they stop and look at a cool scene or something, right? But this, yeah, Hungry Henrietta, beautifully drawn. I mean, look, I love his simplicity.
Hungry Henrietta.
Henrietta, yeah.
So what she do? Eat?
I think so, yeah. And,
oh, it's a cow.
oh yeah, achoo. Once again. But yeah, it was. Oops, it was close. This one I accidentally damaged the copy I had. This is one of the few things, one of the rare rebuys that I have. Look, and then this is it.
How'd you damage it?
I can't remember now. It was a few years ago, right? I think it was like either spilled something on it or fell on it or something. Oh, and the cat. So once again, like a little bit of a dream. Well, it's not a dream because it's him sneezing, but there's still a somewhat surreal quality to, or just even the idea of a kid just sneezing all the time, and that's the strip. So you're right too. Obviously it didn't last that long, right? But I'd like to see them do a collection of all the other stuffs in a big edition like that Tash and Little Nemo book. Sure. I mean, it's heavy, isn't it? Right?
Very.
But
well, that's all, folks.
But that's Little Nemo for you. And once again, I got to congratulate you. I love the costume is perfect. You struck all the right McKay vibes, right?
Thank you.
And I guess we got another. I think we got one more episode before our Christmas one, which will be the comic book of the year, but we'll also be appearing in the Amazing Omar. He does a thing of end of the year, all the top books of 2023, and you will see both of us there, and we will of course be impeccably dressed as we always are, even though I dress more shabbily to look like Flip, right? It's too bad. Oh no, I do have a bit of a look. I do have a little bit of a stubble. Anyway, that being said, and keep an eye out for. Actually, Dennis will be doing our 12 books of Christmas coming up. In the meantime, buy local. Go to your local comic book store, buy something, or from a comic book store. Actually, I'm even selling books online. There's the Library of Graphic Literature fundraiser. Now, of course, the fundraiser is for me.
To go towards new books.
To go towards new books. So I'm going to be selling some old books, but all books that I have extras of. Or, ones that I had in one size and then bought another better size. And so I'll just get rid of the other one. And lots of deals, lots of bargains.
We're open for trading for records.
Yes. As a matter of fact, we've got 4 records